Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me and share some of my go-to favorite makeup products. Now, before I start, I just wanted to share a skincare product because it's necessary. It's my prep for any makeup palette, and it is sunscreen. And my absolute favorite brand is Dermatology. No vowels, so it's spelled like this. But Dermatology has SPF 46, and it has a mattifying version, which means no shine. And then it has one with luminosity. I use both. My favorite one is the one that gives a little luminosity, but today I'm going to use the one that's matte. And you will see that it's just got a good tint, just a good neutral. And I always just start with this. I may be looking to the side just a bit during this video because I have my mirror right here. But anyway, so great protection with a hint of color. And in this case, a little mattifying. And because a lot of my makeup products have luminosity, the matte is a good, clean foundation for what is coming. Now, as you can see, I have got dark under eyes and I've got a little bit of red on my lids. This is one of my favorite concealers. It's Glossier, and this color is, I believe, light 2, but I will link every single product in the caption so you do not have to worry about writing anything down. Now, I'm just going to put this on with this brush. This is actually, I don't even know who makes this brush, but I'll find it. So, just going to put it on the top, on the lid, and then under. And then you can see what a difference that makes. So, and then you can pat it in if you need to with your fingers, and you can just use your fingers, but wonderful coverage for under and upper lids. Okay, I have 3 favorite foundations, and one is Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to link to that one, although that's not the one I'm going to use today. One is Giorgio Armani, and the other is Ilia. I'm going to use the Ilia today, but I'll link to all of them. I like a foundation that is very neutral. I don't want peach, blue, yellow undertones. I just like a really neutral, fresh, natural looking. And look at this one. Love, love, love this Ilia. It is one of the best brands I've ever found for a good, clean foundation with just a very natural look. So I just like to pat it on. Then I'm going to get a makeup brush. Okay. So I'm just going to spray the makeup brush. This is Kat Berkey Vita Biome Active Skin Optimizer. That was gifted to me by AG1, and I do like to use it to spray my makeup brushes. So, and just smooth this in. Okay, so that is the foundation. And I always use a highlighter stick or a contour stick. And I want to show you one that is new that I'm loving. In full disclosure, these 3 items were gifted. This is from DIBS Beauty. I never knew what I was missing. I had just been using a lot of the same products over and over, and I still love those, but I'm literally obsessed with these DIBS. So I'm going to start with, I'm having to learn because on DIBS, a lot of their products, you get something on both sides. So, okay, so here is a combination of like chip, cheek, and lip, and then that's a darker that you can use as a contour. So what I'm going to do is to use this as a contour. I'm just gonna go under. This just gives a little lift, gives you a sculpted cheekbone. It just adds a little color, and it also sculpts. Then I put a little here to brush down, just to give a sculpted, contoured look to the face. And I always just use a brush. I'm just gonna use this one, and I just blend it in. And you really can't see it per se. It just gives a sculpted shadow. So we have that. Then we have this. Yeah, my stomach's growling. I'm not eating yet. And then I just go down. It's just very subtle, but it does make a difference. I can tell when I do not do this. Okay. So if you can see, it just makes my cheeks look a little higher. And then this adds just a little color and a little contour. Now, I have been a NARS, the NARS Orgasm. That's all I have used for decades as far as blush. I'm here to tell you, I'm not kidding when I say I think I love this just as much. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. So I'm going to show you. And really, it looks very much like the NARS. So I'm going to put it there and there. And I'm going to just do this in my mirror. Do it with my fingers. What I love about this is you see the color, but the shade is soft. It's very soft, warm. It's not clownish. And look at this. Gorgeous on the lips. Gorgeous on the lips. So 2-in-1 cheek and lip contour. And you can also use this if you just want to add a little color as a cream bronzer. So love, love, love this. I will link to it. Now, because I'm jumping up and making sure it's hard to do this, without a mirror right next to you. So DIBS has this brush, and I just like to use it to blend things in. This is a fabulous brush. You can even do this. Love, love, love this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one more DIBS product. This is High Road Highlight, and it gives such a pretty glow, just a little touch of luminosity. And if you can see, it's subtle, it's not garish. You could even put some right there, even on the tip of your nose, just to add a dewy look. Okay, so now I'm going to do eyes. So I always like to put a matte powder base before I put any of my color. This is just a Morphe palette. This may be seasonal, but I'll link to some that are similar. It's just a basic matte that I just like to put on, and I like to do a powder because my eyeshadow colors are cream and liquid. So I like a good powder for them to cling to. So this is just good. You don't need anything expensive to do this. So that's the base. I love stick cream eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with, this one is a La Mercier, and it's a beautiful pinky gold. Very, very pretty. So I always do the lid with that. I don't have a mirror, so I'm just going to use this on the camera. I just put it on the lid. See what a pretty soft color that is. And then this is a Bobbi Brown, and it is soft bronze. And what I do there is I just go right above that brow bone. You want to give some lift, especially if you are midlife and have hooded eyes. So, just like that. And then I blend it with a brush. Like that. Super simple. Okay. And then I do a liner, and I like soft because I'm fair. I have to have a softer, I like to have a softer eyeliner. So I'll put it right here. This is Urban Decay. It's smoke. It's not black. It's just a soft, sort of a gray, brownish gray. So I'm going to put, it needs sharpening. I do not like having to sharpen eye pencils, so I do try to find retractable. But this is such a great color. And I just line outside of the upper and lower. I don't go all the way. So, then I just gently smudge. I just do just enough to open the eyes just a little bit. But I still like the natural look. Now, I love this. This is, I believe, Benefit, but Gimme Brow. And I have to, I'm going to show you the difference. I have to look in the mirror for this. So I've done this side, not this side, but you just brush like this. I can't believe I'm doing this without a mirror, friends. I broke my mirror and forgot that I didn't have one. So I apologize. I know this is a little discombobulating. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to put on my favorite mascara, which is probably the cheapest mascara that you can buy. Essie Lash Princess. And I use the base, the white base. It just gives you a good volume. And then this is the falsies. So, okay, I put the mascara on both eyes. I've never found a mascara or a lash primer any better than this Lash Princess. It's inexpensive, so why search for something different that's more expensive when this does the trick? Okay, so all I have left, and I had already put on that DIBS color, but I'm gonna line my lips, so I'm gonna do that very quickly. And I just go slightly outside the line at the widow's peak, and then I just stop. I don't go all the way. And then I go slightly outside the line under the bottom, and then I just smudge where it doesn't look like a line. It just gives the lip a little definition. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and I actually have two of the DIBS Beauty. These are both wonderful. I'm going to link to both, and they both have the darker one end that can be used as a bronzer or as a contour, and then on the other end, they both have these yummy, luscious, peachy, pinky, gold, look like my NARS Orgasm color. Both of these are great. I'm going to show you the difference. So this is that one, and this is that one. There's just not a lot of difference. So I'm going to use, just going to use this one. You're going to use this for your blush and your lip. Perfect for when you travel and you want multi-purpose products. Now, I always love a gloss. This is NYX, and just look. Just adds a little bit sheen. Super duper inexpensive. So there you have it. Fabulous products. Most of these are not expensive at all. So all of them are linked below. If you found this helpful, I'll be sharing lots more to come. I love sharing tips, tricks, hacks, favorite products, worst products. And as always, I share tons of recipes for busy people who want good food, but don't want to spend all their time in the kitchen. So lots of savvy coming from Family Savvy. So I hope you'll subscribe. And until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.